Hi, this is Trevor, and this is day 7 of our Christmas devotional thoughts. The most amazing thing that happened to me at Christmas time happened when I was about 3, maybe 4 years of age, and I'd gone to bed on Christmas Eve. That mixture of anticipation and excitement kept me awake for quite a while, but eventually I got off to sleep, slept for a while, and then got woken up by a very strange noise, something I'd never heard before. I listened for a while, trying to make out what the noise was, and I thought, that sounds a bit like what I'd expect sleigh bells to sound like. I stood up on the bed, which meant I could pull the curtains back a little bit and looked out. And outside in the sky, as clear as anything, I could see Santa, his sleigh, the reindeer, and all the presents that he was bringing to our house and to the neighbours. I was so excited to actually see it myself, and went back to sleep full of contentment. The next day, when I started to tell the family what had happened, there were smiles and giggles, and I was told, well, I must have been dreaming. Maybe some of you don't really believe me either, but I know what I saw. Our theme this morning is about the shepherds and all they saw and all they heard, all they experienced on the hillside outside of Bethlehem. What an amazing thing to experience. An angel suddenly appearing in blazing light to make a fabulous announcement to you. And then a whole army of angels coming to sing praise to God. And then you head off to Bethlehem, and exactly to the detail of what you're told, you discover the newborn Messiah in a manger with its parents beside you. And you are just amazed, filled with wonder and awe. But I wonder what it was like the next morning when they woke up. Did they believe it had been for real, or did they start to say to each other, we must have just imagined that last night? Well, actually the Bible is quite precise in its answer on that question. For it tells us that the shepherds worship God and glorify God for everything that they had seen and heard exactly as it had been told them. But what about their friends and neighbours and fellow shepherds in the field next by? Well, the shepherds tell them exactly what they had seen and heard and experienced for themselves. And the Bible tells us, and it's quite a lovely part of Luke's record, tells us that everyone who heard the shepherds were amazed at what the shepherds told them. Amazed, not in a sense of, oh, come off it, you don't expect us to believe that, do you? Or, were you guys drinking last night? No, the word amazed here, being filled with wonder and awe. In his paraphrase, the writer of the Message puts it, everyone who heard the sheep herders were impressed. You see, in a wonderful way, what was so real and so precious for the shepherds was highly credible to those with whom they shared it. Utterly believable. And something that caused them to wonder and be amazed. And all these centuries later, we find ourselves in the same position. We hear the testimony of the shepherds. We read their account. And we're called to believe it. To show that it is credible. And that it still fills us with awe and wonder.